This is your weekly trip to paradise, Louisiana style, with Gary Risponi. Paradise, Louisiana is brought to you by Circle K, Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, Demco, CCA Louisiana, and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament, Relief Windows, Visit Baton Rouge, an authentic Louisiana experience, and by Farm Bureau Insurance.
Welcome to Superior Bait and Tackle in Paradise, Louisiana. I'm Gary Risponi.
I'm P.D. Vincent, and I've got some exciting news for you, and you're watching
Paradise, Louisiana.
Paradise, Louisiana.
PD, this week on Paradise, Louisiana, we're gonna give you the floor first. We're closing out a bad duck season, especially for me.
Right.
Not everybody, but a few of us. Still goose season be going on. We have some good deer coming in the last week. Not a whole lot of ducks. And fishing report's been a little scattered and a little different, so we'll bring you that. So stay tuned for Paradise, Louisiana when we come back. The floor is here.
Fishing. It's where good stories come from. It's about good times and family and friends. It's about taking a couple home for dinner tonight and saving a few for tomorrow. It's all about that and so much more. To CCA, fishing is about enjoying today and making sure tomorrow is even better. To us, fishing comes with a responsibility for the resources we enjoy so much. If fishing means all that to you, then you belong with CCA.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. PD.
Yes, sir.
I've been hearing about this and seeing brochures. Bass Cast Bass. That's a tongue twister.
Yes, sir. If you say it 3 times fast, I'll give you a free T-shirt. How about that?
I'll wait. I'm going to try to beat you out there. I'm not the best speaker in the world. I've been Don Dubuque and Joe Mackley. Everybody's been trying to train me. I'm not a real good speaker, but I get the word out. And that's what we're trying to do. Oh, I love to fish and hunt.
Yes, sir.
And everything, but we're getting the word out. So I'm going to tell you what, Bass Cast Bass, we're going to start right now.
Yes, sir.
Tell us what it is, because it's been going on for years in other places. Tell us what we're doing.
Yes, sir. Bass Cast Bass is something that we started back in 2015 on Toledo Bend. A lot of Louisiana anglers go up and fish Toledo Bend right there on the Texas-Louisiana border. What we do is we put tags on bass, and each one of these tags, at a minimum, $1,000 a piece. $1,000 for a tagged fish.
Similar to CCA doing tag red fish.
Very similar. We do this for bass fishermen. You know, we put tags on bass for $1,000, and then we also have a boat tag that wins a loaded out Phoenix 819, 2 Humminbird Helix 9s, 2 Talon shallow water anchors, a Minn Kota trolling motor, Minn Kota charging system.
Is there a fee?
$50.
$50.
$50 is all it costs to get you in for the whole 4 months. Down here on the Delta, this is the first year we've done it down here. $50 to register, and then we offer a bonus T-shirt similar to this for $20. And if you get that bonus T-shirt, we add $500 to your payout. So now every one of those tags are worth $1,500 a piece.
Yeah, where's the fundraiser going to for the?
So on our website, we have a thing called Worthy Causes. Every year, you go on and you submit your nonprofit organization. At the end of the year, we have a committee that takes a look at them. And every year, we donate money to nonprofit organizations. In 5 years, we've donated a little over $100,000 to various nonprofit organizations in Louisiana and Texas.
You know, CCA does it for the habitat.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but do y'all got any organizations that deal with the habitat?
The Toledo Bend Lake Association. We also do a lot with the high school sports. Southeast Texas High School Fishing Association, the Louisiana High School Fishing Association. We've also sponsored and helped start over 20 high school programs, high school fishing teams at various high schools around the state of Louisiana.
Let's talk about Louisiana. I see you gave me a little heads up. You got 7 venues nationwide, right?
Yes, sir. 7 venues nationwide here in Louisiana. We're adding 2 new lakes this year in Louisiana. The Delta area, venues instead of lakes, I guess would be a better way to call it. Down here in the Delta, we're putting tagged fish in the Atchafalaya Basin, Lake Verret, Bayou Black, Des Allemands, Salvador, Catawatchee, Lafitte, Lake Maurepas, and Delacroix. We have cash tags spread all throughout those. And then we also have that boat tag out there that could win them a loaded out Phoenix boat. $50 to participate. It's going to kick off on February 1st and going to go all the way through. Yes, sir. Go all the way through May 31st. So for $50, you have 4 months. You can fish as much as you'd like. And if you get lucky and catch one of those tags, you're guaranteed at least $1,000. And if you picked up that bonus T-shirt, $1,500. So grand total, just in the Delta, we've put $350,000 worth of tags for these anglers to go out there and try to catch.
We got a lot of Louisiana anglers that go, you said nothing in Mississippi, so they won't. But in Alabama got some, and that's a little bit further. But Texas,
yes, sir.
Sam Rayburn,
Lake Fork, and then Caddo Lake is another lake like Toledo Bend that's shared with Texas and Louisiana right on the border. And this will be the first year that we're doing Caddo. On Caddo Lake, we're doing 150 cash tags. Each one of those are going to be the same thing, $1,000 or $1,500 if you got the bonus T-shirt. And then we also have a boat tag on Caddo. So for all the anglers up North Louisiana that like to fish Toledo Bend, Caddo Lake, they can go to either one of those and hopefully catch them a tag and win them a little bit of money while they're out there fishing just on a Tuesday.
I'm waiting on my T-shirt. But look,
right.
PD, tell us
sir.
The fastest, best way can people get started and be a member.
Very easy. Go to basscashbash.com, and we've got a list of all of our registration stations across Louisiana. You can register there online, or you can stop in any one of our great registration stations and get signed up. But don't be that guy that catches that fish and you're not registered for Bass Cash Bash.
You sound like them guys from CCA.
Don't be that guy.
Don't be a couillon. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate the help.
We're going to bring you back.
Yes, sir.
In a couple months, we'll want to know how it's going.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Stay tuned for more Paradise Louisiana.
There's no better way to cool down this summer than with a delicious thirst-quenching Polar Pop Cup from Circle K. The Polar Pop Cup is the coolest way to beat the heat. Fill your Polar Pop Cup up with the flavors you crave and crushed or cubed ice. Nothing stays cold longer, so you can stay refreshed all day long. Stop in Circle K today for an ice-cold Polar Pop Cup. Polar Pop Cup, only at Circle K. Take it easy.
Pod's moving in storage.
I need to clean out my study.
We'll deliver a container.
My brother-in-law's moving in.
Maybe he'll help you pack.
He's lazy.
We can refer some professionals.
It's just until he finds work.
We can keep things at our storage center for as long as it takes.
I am not happy about this.
Or you can keep your things on site for quick unloading.
Did you say freeloading?
I said unloading.
I heard freeloading.
I'm sure you did.
Store on site or let us drive your things to our secure storage center. Pods, moving and storage, solved.
I've been asking him to change the oil for months now, and he never did. So I finally just went to Benny's. They even washed my car for free. Uh-huh. And you know what? It was amazing. Yeah, I left Benny's and got home before Rob even knew I was gone.
Benny? Who the heck is Benny?
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana, and this is our last duck report of the year. I'm gonna tell you what, I put out the word, and I didn't get the word for the last couple days from up in the East Zone. The first report I got was from my good buddy Brendan Dubrock, and our face good guy. He hunts it religiously. He's so glad to quit. He said there's so much fresh water at Catahoula, and there's so much boat traffic. And I'm going to tell you again, we're going to talk about that, because that's the same thing Ryan Lambert said. Ryan Lambert said they were down to about 85% of what their good and great years are. He still killed some on a few, but he thinks it would have been, I don't know if it would have been 100% better, but it would have been better if all those pro drives and the other baits, the gator tails and all those boats, and surface drives have been making a lot of noise. And they're running all during the day. They don't ever stop, and they're running the birds off. So I'm getting that from everybody, from the Atchafalaya, Catahoula, wherever that is. Now, let me tell you, I know it's going to be controversial. In fact, I was one of them. I said, oh, y'all don't start that. I just got my pro drive. It is a problem. Now, we got a lot of controversial things going on in Louisiana. I want y'all to weigh in on it. Email me at Gary at Paradise, Louisiana. I'll get some of these comments. How you think we can solve this problem without hurting the manufacturers or hurting these boots? Now, if you would, if you come up with an idea like maybe can't run on certain hours, or you can't do this, you got a time to get in on those boats. You can do it before and after the season you're scouting. There's no doubt about it, you're getting in places you couldn't get in before with a regular boat. And we pride ourselves on that. I was proud of that. But we hurting the habitat. They say we hurting the habitat. They're saying we running the birds off. We complaining. A lot of birds I'm in hearing from right now. I talked to Brian Briggs, all them boys hunting Oklahoma, Kansas, Kentucky, and they're not short-stopping these birds. Some of these are dry fields. You can't blame Ducks Unlimited. I don't know whether the flight is changing and the agricultural fields has changed down in Gato and all them. And there's still people killing. But, I have near the many speckle bellies and geese and everything didn't show up this year. The biggest fight of speckle bellies I saw is right there across in Port Allen, Louisiana. So let me give you some people that had some success duck hunting. I see that right now, it said Brian Briggs and them had a great hunt in Oklahoma. Him and Jeff Bernard and Trip Bernard and Blair, and the family, they got a limit of wood ducks in the St. Landry Parish up in the woods. So, congratulations, what a beautiful, when I first saw that picture, I said, boy, look at them, they're all wood ducks. So, the limit is 3, by the way, and they killed the limit. A.J. Vicari, he closed out his season over there in St. Rose. You might have noticed the last couple of weeks I was sending you pictures. He said some of them were model ducks, but they killed 2 true black mallards this year over there, so it's different. These are some funny looking. It wasn't a good last weekend, but here's a few good looking ducks he killed, and really I couldn't identify them. My favorite photo is Jack's beard. That's the grandson of Scooter Day. Scooter and them had 2 or 3 good days hunting in his blind in Turkey Creek, and that's his grandbaby. This is his baptism or his initiation into duck hunting, and that's Jack's beard. And Scooter, thank you and your sister for sending me that picture because it is priceless. And keep it up. Now we're going to deer hunting. Tommy Tussle, he's a senior at Port Barry High School, and he's the pride of his dad Nick, and his grandfather, Stephen St. Cyr. He's been killing deer since he was 5 years old. He likes to duck hunt also. What really makes him so popular with those, he debones them, he gives them the meat so they can make them good Cajun sausages that they make over there in Opelousas area. So Ralph Campanile, a good friend of mine, had his grandkids down. He's doing two things right now. You know, he likes to get some meat. That's all he did, kill a few for meat. Looking for the trophy. His grandson last year killed some trophies. He had none this year, but you notice he's trying to eradicate them hogs. Here's a big hog he killed, and that's my buddy Ralph. I'm gonna go over there and help him later on try to eradicate them hogs. But he got a private lake, and it's unbelievable how much fun we have over there. He's one of the better cooks around. I looked, like I told you about Brian Briggs and all them, but I called Top Gun. I didn't get a report from there. Let me tell you what, Captain Jody Donwar, y'all know him. He's one of the better captains over there and down south. He used to be, he was over there. I done got tongue-tied again right now, going to Venice Center. He's down there fishing all this year. He's getting ready to start back up. He said it might be a couple months, but he's booking quick. So he's booking, and that guy stays on the fish. But he's really been after. He didn't have a whole lot of duck hunts up in Arkansas where we used to hunt, but in Alabama, he's been deer hunting, and see some of he done. So you can look him up, Captain Jody Donwar, and you can start booking fishing trips. Let me see if I'm missing something. Let me see what I'm missing here. So I think that's the only deer I got, and that's the only ducks. Stay tuned. When we come back, I got a guest, and a Berkeley, I'll be going to see a fishing trip.
I'm Brett Favre. As a quarterback in the NFL, if I didn't stay focused, I ended up on my back or worse. Even the smallest distraction could make a good play or offensive drive come to an end. When you're in a car, the smallest distraction could end much more than a drive. It could end someone's life. Just like I refuse to lose on the field, I refuse to lose someone I love to distracted driving. And you should too. Focus on the road. Don't drive distracted. A message from Farm Bureau Insurance.
How you doing? My name's Ryan Angolia. I'll be over here at the Lake Catherine Marina, and I will have live shrimp. I'll also have another bait shop that I'll be opening on Highway 11. If you need some bait, come see me.
Put that right in your gut there. Put 2 fingers on each side of the reel. Come on, reel.
Oh, wow! That's what we've been waiting for. Oh, you.
Fight hard at it. Fight hard at it. Guess what? Not no more.
All right.
Got him.
Got him. There you go.
How about that?
Give me the first redfish.
Yeah.
Give me a thumbs up.
Where's your fish?
The best part about being a member of a Touchstone Energy Cooperative is that it's your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. That's the power of your co-op membership.
Demco, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. See my guest right here, Mr. Fred King with Delta Lewis. Fred, before I get started, I want to tell you, I want to thank you. You donate so many, you sponsor so many of these tournaments, especially the high school kids. You gave me a few baits too.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
You know, I know you're not our sponsor, but you do a lot for the high school kids, and I appreciate you.
Well, I like
and,
helping out the high school kids and the junior bass masters, because that's our, that's what's coming up in the future, huh? That's the future of fishing, those young anglers.
And by the way, you come from a long way making your baits. You started out there with the old man with the Ramadan.
Yep.
What was his name?
Mr. Euclid Trigg. Yep,
Yeah.
he helped me out.
And then Jimbo, my old good buddy, Jimbo Robinson. So keep it up. You ever look for good spinnerbait, there he is. And I'm sucking up. I'll get a few before he leaves. So look, let's talk about some of them things that are coming up right now. I want to remind y'all again about the South Louisiana Crappie Trail. And that's starting on the 15th. And check the brochures, go to their website and check it out. You got a report. David Cavell, and he's going to be down in Okeechobee.
Yeah, right now, David Cavell this week, he's fishing down at the BASS Federation Regional down at Lake Okeechobee. So I think the tournament starts Wednesday. So good luck to him.
I guess they were so busy. The high school had their qualifier to lead a bend. Gene Hoover, poor thing, him and the wife probably so busy I didn't get a report for this show. I promise you I'll run it next week, and we'll find out how they did. So didn't get it. Fishing report right now, I'm going to tell you, salt water has been really different. You said you had some reports from
Delacroix.
Yeah.
So down in Delacroix, I know along the twin pipelines and the spider pipelines, they've been catching some speckled trout, some redfish, and some bass, all in the same areas. Any kind of drains coming off into the pipeline.
What's been the best bait, live bait or plastic?
All I know about is they've been fishing some like a worm for the bass down in the cuts, and then throwing like a matrix shad or a minnow down on the bottom.
Well, that worked. Ricky Bailey been killing the fish over at the lodge. He sent me a notice. He was crying. It's the first time he didn't catch. He didn't have but 8. They didn't have but 8 trout. No redfish, no bass. So I said, "Well, what was the trouble, Ricky?" He said, "Well, a lot of fresh water." I said, "Well, the tide's moving." He said, "Yeah, I don't know." He said, I think it's the fresh water, just the weather for some reason. It just wasn't prime. They didn't catch but 8. The first bad trip he had down in the lodge. By Black right now, freshwater. I'm getting all the reports. The Junior Southwest Bassmasters kids did very good over there in the tournament. Wendell Williams told me the same thing. He was down there. He was catching anywhere from 15 to 20 pound stringers, you know, on a couple of days over there. But I also got a report from you. They come from Bar Bluff, right?
Yep. So down in Lake Buff. So we've been the last few weeks, all in January, we've been tagging the fish for that Bass Cash Bash. So I've been all over down South Louisiana catching fish. And Lake Buff, they were catching some fish on like a vibrating jig, and then the swim jig too. I've been personally catching a lot of fish on the swim jig, all in that area.
That's the colors you use swimming it?
Yep. This is my
imitating a shad?
Exactly. This is my favorite color right here. We catch a lot of fish on that. And you just reel that in. It's real
and that's
simple
your
to work.
regular jig right there.
Yep, and right here, this has been a bestseller this last few weeks, has been the black, blue, and purple half-ounce jig.
Right, I done did them. And now, also now we talking about Lake des Almas. You getting any reports from over there with sac-a-lait?
I have not heard anything about sac-a-lait, but I know they've been catching some bass north of Highway 90, like in the off of Bayou des Almas, all the lakes.
I'm going to tell you another thing, right? The words down there, Lake Verret. Now, they have some problems with some fresh water, this and that, but in Crackerhead and a couple, they still catching some beautiful sac-a-lait. They ain't catching the numbers, but it'll turn on any. Going up north, all I've been hearing is duck reports and deer reports and hunting reports. Just want to remind y'all now, and squirrel season and rabbits coming up, so y'all be conscious and thinking about it. Rabbits are hard to find. Rabbits are fine. Squirrels everywhere this year. That's a good thing. So I'm looking forward to some of that. Fishing with Tucker is coming up this weekend too. We got word. You got this word. David Gleason,
right,
from here, Louisiana, come in third in the where?
FLW tournament. First year fishing FLW, came in third at San Urban this past weekend.
Yeah, and there are a lot of fish. We've been hearing great reports from San Raven and Toledo Bend. So right now, it's pre-spawn and all those places. There's a lot of big fish. My good friend, Gene Andre, and one of his friends sent me this picture, Gene with his big old bass, come from False River. This was 1 of 12 he caught on a vibrating jig. That's amazing.
It's a good bait to use this time of the year. It's one of the best baits to catch some real big fish.
Don't forget, you send me a report, send me a tournament you got coming up, call me 3 weeks in advance or email me. The best way is email me with the dates and the times, and every Sunday until the event, you email me again. Fred done called me 15 times. Maybe we get it. Appreciate it. Fred, thank you.
Thank you.
What you do, keep sponsoring those kids. You're watching Paradise, Louisiana, and Gary at ParadiseLouisiana.com. Weigh in on what I was asking you about, all these gator tails, all these gator boats, all those Pro Drive, all these boats, that it's just unbelievable right now, sort of calling a problem. Maybe we can solve it by next year. You're watching Paradise, Louisiana.
This is your weekly trip to Paradise, Louisiana style, with Gary Risponi. Paradise, Louisiana is brought to you by Circle K, Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, Demco, CCA Louisiana, and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament, Relief Windows, Visit Baton Rouge, an authentic Louisiana experience, and by Farm Bureau Insurance.